Okay, first you're going to take your glass cylinder vase and spray paint it green. I chose this color, and this is what it looked like after it was spray painted. Then I taped off some stripes with electrical tape, and I took this red spray paint and I spray painted the stripes red. I already wasn't liking how it was looking, so I was contemplating changing the paint, and it wasn't until about this moment that I no longer had a choice. I decided to just re-tape it off, but instead use acrylic paint and a paintbrush to try and make it look worn. When I think Freddy, I don't think perfect, crisp, vibrant, bright colors. So that's why originally I wasn't liking how it was looking already. So like I said, I just had some acrylic paint in my craft room. I used this one, which is grass green, and I used Tuscan red, and I used bright red and a black. Now all I did was put these into little medicine cups and stir them up until I got the shade that I liked. I actually did a few different layers of red because I wanted it to look dirty. I know it looks kind of weird right now, but please trust me when I say this will look great. I have this vision in my head and I plan on bringing it to life. So now that we have it painted, we're going to let it dry and then on to the next step. Now we are on to the part where I had the most fun. I'm just using some liquid latex, and I am taking a sponge brush and dabbing it all over the areas that I want to create Freddy's skin on. I added about maybe 3 layers using the sponge brush and waited for them to dry. And then I took the silicone brush and I added just lines and grooves to try and achieve texture. I want it to look as realistic as possible, and I go in right here with a different brush, just once again adding all kinds of lines and different thickness of the latex to create as much texture as possible. I'm going to make sure that this is dried completely before I go in with acrylic paint to start designing. Now I'm taking a golden brown acrylic paint and laying it as the base. I'm going to make sure that I dab all over with not too much paint on the brush because I don't want it spreading everywhere and getting messy. I just want to cover the latex area only. I didn't realize that my camera cut off while I was outlining the area with black acrylic paint. What I'm doing now is taking some tweezers and some scissors and creating the burn marks. You can cut as little or as much as you please. I am now going in with some red acrylic paint. I'm using Tuscan red and bright red, just like I did for the base color of the vase. And I am adding it to every burn mark right here. And I am going back in after with some black acrylic paint to give it more dimension. And I just continue to do so until I like the look of it. I decided to add some fake blood that I had from last Halloween, and I just put a little bit in each sore. I wasn't too sure if this would work under epoxy because this blood doesn't dry. I am taking my Craftables inkjet printable now. I had printed out a clip art image of Freddy's glove that I am going to add right here to this area. Craftables inkjet is my go-to for almost every project. I realized I don't think I create anything without using inkjet printable. I am obsessed with how it looks under epoxy, and you will see why in just a bit. On the other side, I'm going to be adding a decal using Craftables adhesive permanent vinyl. It is a red shade, I'm not sure of the exact name, and I'm using their transfer tape to apply it. Now it is time for epoxy. The epoxy that I'm using for this project is Envirotex Light, and you can purchase this at Michael's, and I believe they may have it on Amazon as well. I decided to branch out and try different epoxies to see how they hold up. I am first going over the glove and the decal before I go over the fake skin, because I was afraid that the blood might spread, but it didn't. So I do cover that last, and I put a good amount to make sure that there's full coverage over the entire design. I am so obsessed with how everything looks. The vinyl looks so vibrant under the epoxy, as does the inkjet printable. I never have to worry about sealing or the colors bleeding. This is my go-to for every project. Now you just need to allow your vase to cure for the recommended time based on the epoxy you used, add some flowers, and you are done. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and thank you so much once again for watching.